Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time stopping by, I'm Karen, you're at the Loft, and that makes you wicked smart. So today's video is very special because during the making of these DIYs, I reached 10,000 subscribers and I am blown away, and I could not have done it without all of you. So this is my little love letter to you to show you my appreciation for all the support, encouragement, and beautiful comments that you've left me. And if you've been with me since the very beginning, 2 years ago, you know that that first year was rough. I was learning. I hit a lot of bumps in the road with the editing process. I still feel like I'm learning about the editing process. Um, it's not my jam. I just want to make pretty things for y'all and share them. So yeah, some of those comments were not very nice in the beginning, but you stuck with me. And for those of you that did, something really special happened, and y'all started clapping back to those people and sticking up for me and trying to get them to show me some grace. So in the meantime, also YouTube decided they wanted to pay me, which still blows my mind. And so as long as they want to do that, and as long as you want to keep watching, I'm going to try and keep creating. So I have to give a huge shout out to my girl Wendy at White Sparrow Living. If it was not for you and your encouragement and your support through this whole journey, I don't think that I would be here today. Thank you so much, girl. I am so proud to call you a friend, and I really, really couldn't have done this without your help. And to Lisa Kennedy, our dollar mom, I love you so much, girl. Thank you so much for answering every question that I had. Usually it was about the editing and music, and thanks for collabing with me last spring. That was so much fun, and I'm so glad that you're a little closer to me here in the East Coast. So, with that being said, let's get started with all these love-filled DIYs, especially for you.
DIY number one is this adorable heart and key snow globe. So you've seen me use these before, these cute little wooden pedestals. I call them little cupcake stands with the cute little scalloped edge that I had gotten at AC Moore long ago when they were closing down their stores in my area. And I love the detail on the bottom of this little stand, and I want to flip it around. I want the scallop to be up on the top, and I want the snow globe to sit inside of it. So I take my heat gun to it and kind of warm up some of that glue. It was on there pretty good. And I pry that off with that spatula and give it a good sanding. And I'm going to put that back on, flip it around, and I'm going to stain that with some antique wax. So I don't need the bottom of the snow. Well, I don't need the screw-on bottom to the snow globe. There's also the plastic insert that goes inside to keep it airtight so your snow doesn't spill out. So here I'm just going to get this glued up. I believe I put it aside. I don't think I show you how I stained it with the antique wax. I just kind of show you how I get that together and how that's all going to fit. Okay, so now I'm going to take the little plastic thingy, the sealer that's on the inside, throw that cover away, and I have this, it's kind of foam, it's kind of felty, it's kind of snowy and fuzzy on the top, and I cut a circle shape, and I'm going to glue that to the top of the bottom of the snow globe and let that dry because I need to trim that. Now, this is where I make a boo-boo. Don't do this. I was thinking of another DIY, and I tried to melt a hole in the top of that. We don't need to do that. So I'm taking the keys and the heart cutouts from the Dollar Tree. And if you know me, you know that I like to glue two together to get a nice chunky piece to work with. But before I do, I'm going to put this popsicle stick stirrer. I use that instead of a dowel because it's nice and flat and it will fit in there nice. And I used this beautiful velvet yarn. I got some in like this dusty brownish pink color. If you saw the ones that I used at Christmas time, you know that I fell madly in love with the quality of this velvet ribbon. So I just added a little on the end of that key, and now I'm just going to give it a rough coat of white chalk paint, and I'm going to rub that with a little bit of Rub and Buff, and I think I get this all assembled after oh, I have to make the snow. So if you saw my Christmas DIYs, you saw that I like to make this Christmas vintagey snow, and I made some here, and I did the same kind of thing with the faux snow from the Dollar Tree, some pink glitter that was from Martha Stewart. I believe the color was called Cotton Candy, and I added some cinnamon to kind of neutralize that and kind of dull that bright pink glitter down a little bit. And when I tell you, it makes the prettiest pink snow for this snow globe. Wait till you see. So just watch as I get this all put together.
Staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I use some of that velvet ribbon around the front, make a little bow, and here I am gluing on the little finial on the top, which hides the little hole that I tried to melt, and here it is finished. I'm going to show you the whole reveal when we get to DIY number 2 and number 3. So I have some of this metal trim. I think this might have been left over from Hobby Lobby, but I know Dollar Tree does have some. But if you look up close, there's some like little heart cutouts in this trim, which I thought was appropriate for this DIY. And I stained it all. I went over it all with some antique wax, and now I'm going to go over it with a dry brush. Well, not really that dry, but a rough coat of the white, because I want it to have the same finish of the pedestal that I'm using for this cloche. And it's the same little cupcake stand. I'm using another one of those. and I stained that with the antique wax and then dry brushed it with white. And I've taken the cloche and I've thrown the bottom. Well, I didn't throw it out. I'll use it for something else. But this is the DIY that I needed to melt a hole in the top with my glue gun. If you saw my little bunny bait cloche from last spring, you saw that I dangled some carrots. So now we're going to dangle a couple of little hearts. So here I'm getting the edge of this little stand loaded up with some Aleene's tacky glue, leaving a couple of little spots for me to add some hot glue for an immediate hold. I'm going to wrap this metal trim around the bottom of it, and I'm going to clamp it in place and then make sure that my cloche fits inside.
I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you.
All right, I got a couple of pieces of string here, extra long, so that I have some room to play with and I have something to hold on to. You'll see why in a minute. And I'm adding some glue to the ends, putting those aside to dry and letting those get nice and hard and crunchy. It'll be much easier to thread them through the cloche when it comes time. And then I'm going to, I guess I'm going to thread them now. So here I am working harder, not smarter. And I struggle just a little bit to get this one in from the inside to the outside. And then I wake up and like, Karen, just thread it through the top. It's so much easier. So I do that. I get them both threaded through the top. And I pull the bottoms out because I need to attach the hearts. And I have some of this glitter felty, it's kind of felty glitter. I cut a circle. That's going to go on the bottom. And I'm going to use some of this taupey color and some of this dusty apricot pinky color. And I'm just going to cut a 1/2 inch strip about, I don't know, I'd say they were about 5 inches long, about a 1/2 inch wide. And we're going to make felt hearts, and they're going to dangle from the inside of this cloche on these little pieces of string. So to do that, I get them cut and then I fold them in half, and before I add some glue into the fold, I add the ends of the strings and I lay them in there so that they're going to come straight out. Then I pull the sides back down on itself to make the tip of the heart, and then I glue that little bit together. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully you can see how I do it here.
Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring at a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can't take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah.
I get the strings all knotted up. I get the finial on. And now I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit because the little metal trim has got open cut out. So I didn't want to put a lot of snow, but isn't it so pretty? I just wanted to add a little bit of sparkle to this cloche as well. I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon to the top. I am obsessed. I will definitely have that linked in my description box. It is so pretty. And this little DIY is also done. And you'll see this in the final reveal when we get done with DIY number 3. Now, if this is your first time stopping by, there are times when some of my DIYs go awry and they take a little turn off camera and you don't see that until the reveal. So I'm using these heart cutouts from the Dollar Tree. And I don't know why I took out 3 because I need 4. And I'm going to keep 2 of them whole and the other 2 I'm going to cut in half. Now you're going to need a pretty sharp pair of scissors. Hold your fingers close to your cutting because these little cutouts are layered and you probably will lose a couple little pieces along the way, but it's okay. It's not going to show in the end. And I just take my time and cut through. So I have 2 halves and I'm going to do that to 2 of them. So now I'm going to take one of the whole ones. I'm going to lay some glue down the middle, leaving a little space for some hot glue so it holds it together while I take these 2 halves, and I place them into the middle, touching each other, and I lift them up at an angle and hold that there for a second while the hot glue sets up a little bit. And then I use my clamps to wedge inside of there to keep it at that angle while they dry. And I do that to the other half. So this is kind of 2 DIYs in one. This one's going to be on this little coffee stick that I added this little bead to. And then I made a little finial bead for the top. And I'm going to put these inside before I glue these 2 together. And we're going to make like a little 3D heart sphere. And then I make one off camera that I don't show you that just sits on its own, which makes the cutest little DIY for like a little tea tray or just a little place where you just want to add a little touch of love. So here I am, I'm laying in that coffee stirrer. It's nice and flat. Again, I use that instead of a dowel because that'll fit in nice. I get it all clamped together and I let this dry. Now the whole time I'm thinking to myself that I want to leave it stained. And then you'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to take this is a little candlestick from the Hobby Lobby. And I added a little wood bead to it. And if you push really hard, these coffee stirrer sticks will squish right in there. And I'm also going to give this a rough coat of white along with the beads on the top and the bottom of the heart and the coffee stirrer. And then you'll see that I go in with some of that pretty light pink that I mixed up, and I give that a dry brush over the stain. And I live with it, and I put the bow on, and when it comes time to do the reveal and take the pictures, I didn't love it. So after I did all that, I came back and I stained over it, and I switched out the little tan velvet ribbon that you'll see me use for the pink ribbon that I used in the other 2 DIYs. And you'll see how I switched that up in the reveal.
keep you in my heart is where you are. I still think of you, I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring at a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart is where you are. I still think of you, I want you coming back. Call me when you want, baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah, give me your love, yeah, yeah. Call me when you want, baby, I can take it on my heart.
Okay, so before I show you the reveal, you guys tell me in the comments, what would you have done? Do you like it pink with the tan ribbon? Well, here's what happened. I ended up staining it back, putting on a pink ribbon, and I have these cute little tags that I found at Walmart a couple of years ago. They were the prettiest shade of pink. They were Christmassy. Some of them were just cozy. That warm and cozy one I wanted to use on a pair of mittens, but it was just a DIY I couldn't get to. And you can't really see, but the little berries on the vine of that tag has the exact shade of pink as the ribbon on it. And here's the little 3D heart that just kind of stands on its own with no stick. I absolutely love that. And if you saw my snowflake on a pedestal, you saw how I did that with the big snowflakes from the Dollar Tree. So here you go. Here is how it looked after I stained over the pink again. I like it so much better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you have left it pink, or do you prefer the wood grain? And honestly, after I stained it back, I was like, maybe I need to dry brush it with some white. And then I was just like, no, girl, just shut your brain down and go to bed. Here's your final reveal of DIYs number 1, 2, and 3.
We're staring at a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart is where you are. I still think of you, I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring at a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart is where you are. I still think of you, I want you coming back. Call me when you want, baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah, give me your love, yeah, yeah. Call me when you want, baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah, give me your love, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when we were staring at a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart.
Okay, you guys, chalk it up in the comments. You know I want to know what you think. And let's get into DIY number 4. Okay, so you're going to take out some of your air dry clay. I had been using some from the Dollar Tree, but I ended up running out of that, so I went and got some more of this because these hearts come out so cute. And while I was making them for these ornaments, I had another idea for our last DIY that I end up showing you in the end. So I'm not quite sure how this idea came to me, but I dug out my old Cuttlebug, the original Cricut machine, and I got out this really cute snowflake embossing folder. And I thought if I could get the clay rolled out thin enough and put enough pressure on it, and hopefully it wasn't going to be a sticky mess because I brushed some flour all on the inside, that I would get a beautiful snowflake embossed pattern on this clay, and I would be able to hand cut some little hearts out of it. So here I am. I'm just kind of trimming it down to the size of my folder. And I lift it up with my little Cricut spatula and I lay it in there and I squish it down really good. I thought about putting it through the machine, but I didn't want to cut into the clay. I just wanted to emboss it. So I went over it with a lot of pressure with my brayer and just crossed my fingers and hope that it worked. And to my surprise, it did. And it came out so pretty. And then I was like, which side do I use? Do I use the side that's embossed, or do I use the side that's the opposite side when the details are pressed into the clay? So for these particular hearts, I use them with the embossed side. So if you saw my Christmas video 5 under 5, you saw that I flocked these Dollar Tree plastic round ornaments, and one of them actually got chipped when I was working on it. So we're going to cover that up with one of these clay hearts, and I'm just kind of looking at the ornament for reference size for how big of a heart to cut out of my clay. And then I want to paint these the pink that I mixed up, but I didn't want to have to paint it while it was on the ornament and risk getting some paint on the flocking. So I just laid them on the ornament and left them there to dry in that shape so they would be nice and curved, and they would fit snug as a bug when I glued them onto the ornament. I let them dry overnight, and then I went in and I painted them with that beautiful shade of pink and rubbed all over them with some rub and buff, glued them back onto the ornament, and then added some of that gorgeous pink velvet ribbon.
I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You guys, these are stunning in person. And if you leave your tree up and do a Valentine's tree, these are absolutely Perfect. Here's your final review.
Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you.
I might be slightly obsessed with these. These are so pretty in person. Let me know what you think. And let's get right into DIY number 5. Okay, so if you saw, okay guys, first of all, I'm living part-time at my parents' house, in and out, helping take care of my dad. And so half my supplies are here, half my supplies are there. I'm back and forth, so if things look a little different, they're not out of order, that's why. So this was the day that I had all my clay pieces out, and I knew they were all going to be painted pink, so I just did them all at the same time. So if you saw my 5 for 5 at Christmas, my 5 under $5 ornaments at Christmas time, you saw I used my trim mold to make some candy canes. Okay, so I had some left over. So I took 2 of them and I glued them together to make this heart. And then I took a couple of the other candy canes that had broken and used the straight pieces to make the X's. And what you don't see is that I made some fresh pieces with my trim mold and I wrapped them around a bottle to make the O's for the X's. See, here they are. I don't know what happened to that footage. So the X's got the pink and the O's are getting some of this French linen. And then I'm going to go over all of them with some more rub and buff. The wood block came from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to sand that with some antique wax. Glue those X's and O's on. Sand the edges back a little bit on the wood. And this little DIY is done.
Keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. My heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Super quick and easy. And if you didn't have clay and some trim mold, you could use the wooden letters from the Dollar Tree or from Hobby Lobby. And here's your final review.
We're staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart.
Don't you just love how the ribbon buff highlights all those beautiful details? So pretty. Let me know what you guys think. And let's move on to DIY number 6. So I got this frame from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to unwrap it and take it all apart. You saw my candy canes that I glued together and I painted them pink. And I don't know if I've already rubbed them with the ribbon buff at this point. I can't really tell. But I think I did. I don't know. I'm sorry. So I'm going to take this frame and I'm going to paint it with some of the French linen chalk paint and get in all those nooks and crannies really, really good. This paint is so thick. I'm at the very end of my bottle that it only needed one coat. And then I take my white dry brush, chippy brush, and I go over all of those details with the white. And now I'm taking the backing and I'm adding a piece of drop cloth to that, and I'm going to glue the heart onto that and then put it all together. And again, this super easy DIY is complete.
I remember when we were staring a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So simple and so pretty. I think most of these DIYs can be kept out all year. What do you guys think? Here's your final reveal.
We're staring a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't pass up those frames if you find them in your local Dollar Tree. The detail on those when it's painted is beautiful. So let's get into DIY number 7. All right, you guys. So when I was making the hearts for the ornaments, I had this idea when I took them off of the ornament the next morning to paint them. I loved the other side of them and how they were cupped like little heart chips. So this idea came to me and I hand cut and shaped a large heart and draped it over a bowl so that it would have kind of that flat surface on the bottom. And then I did the same thing with all the little hearts and draped them over the ornaments overnight and let them all dry. Okay, so I took the little hearts and first I sanded all the edges of everything, okay, because I had to cut them by hand, so they're a little rough. I did go out and I just ordered some heart-shaped cookie cutters because I want to make some more of these in different sizes, and I found a set of 3 that I absolutely love, so I can't wait to make more at Christmas time. They're going to be so pretty. So I used the pink and the French linen and the white, and I kind of mixed them all and made different shades of all the three. And then for the heart bowl, I covered that with the antique wax, and then I dry brushed it with some French linen to give it a wood grain look. And then after I got all the little hearts painted and they dried, I went in with the rub and buff again and went over all of the raised details on the front and the back of all the hearts and around the edge of the dish. And this came out so cute. It's gotten a lot of comments on my Instagram. I really, really love how it came out, and I show you how you can use it as a little jewelry tray to put your rings in. But I just thought it looked adorable, filled with these embossed little hearts. What do you guys think? Let me know if you think it's as cute as I do.
I remember when we were staring a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. I remember when we were staring a photo. Don't forget the way you look me in the eyes. And I keep you in my heart. In my heart is where you are. I still think of you. I want you coming back. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah. Call me when you want. Baby, I can take it on my heart. Yeah, yeah. Give me your love. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So cute, right, you guys? That was so fun to do, so fun to work with, and even a little therapeutic, which I appreciated.
Okay, you guys, that's it for today's DIYs. I hope you enjoy. Leave a comment. Let me know which one is your favorite. And as always, thank you so much for spending your time with me. You know that I appreciate you. And if you found any value in today's video, then you know what to do to show me the love and hit all of those YouTube buttons. Until the next time, you guys, love you so much. Have a great day.